Hey, Truth Seekers, thank you for tuning in as always. Episode 208 here. I want to talk about Family Guy, how it fits into the Zionist agenda, how it foreshadows real conspiracies we see, and who Seth Woodbury McFarlane really is. So let's begin this by looking at Fox, the station that carries Family Guy, also The Simpsons, which fits right in with this. In Pythagorean gematria, F is the sixth letter, O is the 15th, so it becomes 6, and X is the 24th, so 2 plus 4 becomes 6, so Fox equals 666. Here's a Pythagorean gematria table. Let me zoom in. Make it a little bit bigger here for you, Truth Seeker. So the way this works is A is the first letter, J is the 10th, so 1 plus 0 becomes 1, S is the 19th, so 1 plus 9 becomes 10, 1 plus 0 becomes 1. Same thing here. B is the second letter, K is the 11th, so 1 plus 1 becomes 2, T is the 20th, 2 plus 0 becomes 2. Notice how the three letters almost complete the word clue. These are our three letters. DMV for our fours. The word new forms 5, NEW. Fox is the 6. Letters that we find in Egypt are our 7 letters. HQZ is 8, and only 2 are 9, I and R. Alright, so now we'll return here. Moving on, we understand how Fox is 666 now. With this method, the word family equals 30 and guy equals 17. Thus, Family Guy sums to 47, an incredibly important number in this study. So much of television is coded with the numbers 33, 47, 74. With simple English gematria, where we just use the place in the alphabetic order, the word family sums to 66. Notice that 6 plus 6 becomes 12, 1 plus 2 becomes 3. Up here, family's 3 plus 0, it equals 3. That's the check. They're always going to equal the same single digit. Guy equals 17, 1 plus 7 equals 8. Guy equals 53, 5 plus 3 equals 8. Anyhow, you put this method together, Family Guy, 66 plus 53, and you get 119, 119. This is exactly like Star of David, the symbol of the Zionists. Star of David, put it together, 119. If you sum it with the Pythagorean method, it's just like Family Guy, it sums to 47. What do those numbers remind you of, Truth Seeker? 9/11, Berlin Wall, Benghazi, whole lot more. Building 7 was of 47 floors. Did you know that, you guys? Buildings 1 and 2 were of 110 floors. The name Osama bin Laden sums to 110 with this method and 47 with the Pythagorean method. Just like the number of floors that fell in the buildings. And think about how often Osama bin Laden was made fun of on this show right here. All right, so Family Guy, it has all this coding so far. It debuted after Super Bowl 33, which was played on a date with a numerology of 33. 1 plus 3 plus 1 plus 1 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9 sums to 33. So Super Bowl 33 was on a date with a 33 numerology and Family Guy debut. It said the debut episode got 22 million viewers by the Nielsen ratings. The second show did not carry until April 11th, 1999. Check this out, Truth Seekers. First of all, know that 411 has much to do with assassination. But look at this. The numerology of this date, 41199, if you had 4 plus 11 plus 99, it sums to 114, the flip of 411, another number having much to do with assassination. So, the Nielsen rankings ranked it 33rd for the year. And look at what the gematria of Nielsen is, 33. How'd we guess, right? It's a joke, Truth Seeker. So, it gets better. Seth Woodbury McFarlane was born in October, the only month with a gematria of 33. His initials, SWM, sum to 55, like the word Satan. His name in Pythagorean gematria, Seth Woodbury McFarlane, sums to 96. like the word Freemason, like the religion Satanism, like the word knowledge. The ranging degrees of Scottish Rite Freemasonry are 31, 32, 33. If you add those three numbers together, it sums to 96, like the word Freemason, like Seth Woodbury McFarlane. And of course, that highest degree is 33. So, recently in history, Family Guy got a lot of flack because of the episode Turban Cowboy, which played March 17th, 2013. In this episode, the main character, Peter Griffin, drives his car through the Boston Marathon. And if you've seen it, the imagery is that the runner's legs and arms get knocked off and there's blood and arms all over the screen. And if you saw the initial headlines about what happened at the Boston Marathon on April 15th, 2013, if you saw those headlines, you recall that it said, "Limbs litter the streets of Boston." And then they really played this up in the aftermath. But anyone who actually watched the footage of what really happened at the bomb scene saw that there were no limbs anywhere. There was a guy who was already missing his limbs, and there was actually more than just him. There were multiple people, crisis actors, who were already missing limbs. They've already had amputations. And if you go to YouTube and you search for Family Guy conspiracies, you'll see that among many other things. They say they foreshadowed the suicide of Robin Williams. Paul Walker's death was foreshadowed, some people argue. Joan Rivers, so on. These videos are always up here for Family Guy. People are catching clues, and they are most definitely correct. They're picking up on the signs. And the reason all this stuff is here is because it's all part of the same cabal that's thrown at us every day. This is part of the bigger conspiracy that's waged against us. We even get cartoons and entertainment that are coated with the same nonsense our news is. And these cartoons, make no mistake about it, they are out to destroy us. Here, I'll give you guys a little treat. I'll show you a video you've probably never seen before. These are the people that fooled us on September 11th, Truth Seeker.
Evening Express, weekdays 5 to 7
This connects with the Turban Cowboy episode where Peter Griffin knocks the legs off of the runners.
This next story is very powerful, but I've got to warn you, the image are also very graphic. You're about to meet some incredibly brave people. They're amputees doing work only they can do, training men and women in uniform. Here's our Poppy Harlow. On this simulated battlefield, it's hard to determine what's real and what's not.
We call it hyper-realistic.
Kit Lavelle served in Vietnam and now runs strategic operations, a movie set turned training ground, preparing thousands of U.S. servicemen and women for combat.
Individuals who are going through the training here are not expecting to see an amputee. So the shock effect of seeing that happen is priceless.
The action is fake, but the amputees are real. They're actors with a unique perspective on what others would consider a disability.
It's more of a gift. I need to share it with people. You think this is a gift? It is a gift.
Heather Morales lost her right leg to cancer when she was just 8.
Yeah, just, you can come up. I just wanted
Ted and June DiStefano both lost their left leg in a tragic accident.
A car came around the corner too fast and hit us. It's a trauma that's been changed, that can change other people's lives as well as my own. It's become an asset.
I went through similar training here recently, and it's as real as it gets. It's preparation that we do as journalists before we go into a hostile environment. And when I was working myself on these amputee actors, it's what made me really want to tell their story.
Yeah, well, I've met people that have already gone through the training and have gone overseas and come back and say that the training helped me.
Really?
Yeah, those are the best. When they come back and say you made a difference, those are amazing.
having amputee actors, what does that add to this? What does that mean?
Complete realism, because it actually is more realistic, and it gives them that firsthand knowledge of what to do in case of a casualty.
Most importantly, it takes away the shock.
Personally haven't been there. It means so much big difference to actually working with these people to actually simulate real life combat.
Personally, I would say thank you, because they're putting out for the military personnel new experience that we need to save lives.
You can see it in their eyes that it's really affecting them.
Do they cry?
Oh, yeah.
You've had servicemen and women in training cry seeing you.
Yes, I have.
Do you cry?
Absolutely.
For the amputees, what could be traumatic is far from it. What is it for you?
It's healing.
And it's personal. Ted served in the Navy for 21 years.
I look at the men and women, and some of them are sons and daughters and fathers and mothers.
That's someone's child that's out there.
Heather's husband also served, and she'll never forget the day a 3-star general approached her.
So he came up to me and just, thank you. Me?
Was that the moment when you realized the purpose of what you were doing?
Yeah. That's when I realized that this isn't just, a regular job. My goal is to make it so that someone comes home at night to their families. That's my ultimate goal.
When you go home at night and lay your head on the pillow and know that you have the ability to change someone's life, it's priceless.
A dose of perspective for all of us. Poppy Harlow, CNN, San Diego.
Yes, indeed, Truth Seeker. A dose of perspective for all of us. If you want to know how they pulled off the Boston Marathon hoax, that's how. See if I can pull up this image real quick. For those of you who've never seen the episode, I think YouTube's done a pretty good job of blocking out all the videos people have uploaded. But perhaps a Google image search will do it for us. Let's see. So here at this scene, Truth Seeker, he detonates 2 bombs by accident. And if you can recall, at the Boston Marathon, there were 2 separate bombings seconds apart. See if that image is here. Wow, they're doing a good job of blocking out that image. But there's that Simpsons 9/11 foreshadowing. Okay, here's one image. Let's see if this is clear. This isn't the greatest image, but yeah, it becomes a lot of carnage. It becomes a lot of blood and a lot of limbs on the screen, Truth Seeker. And people caught that right away after there was a Boston Marathon bombing, because they said, what in the world? This had just been shown on TV 3 weeks earlier. Anyway, hope that filled in some gaps for you. Hope you learned something new. Until next time, Truth Seeker.